Super Mario Bros. Used to be a game about rescuing princesses and fighting turtles, but that is no more. It's unfortunate that it's come to this point, but Bowser has seen the technological revolution and he knows that things must go forward. Today, we play as the Koopa Kingdom, an authoritarian regime with no elections. Lord Bowser recently securing power over Cube. Bowser now has the goal of expanding his kingdom with the intent of conquering all the Americas. Koopa Kingdom. In Cuba. Castro would be crying right now if he could see this. And we have a lot of work to do, my friends, as we take over the world and reincorporate it into the Koopa Kingdom on which it once belonged. And hopefully no plumbers from Italy will stop us today, because today Mussolini leads Italy. He's much more incompetent than those plumbers that once ruled the kingdom. Anyways, we are going to start off with securing Bowser's dominance. Bowser's recent takeover of Cuba is only the first step towards world dominance. However, the Cuban people don't like their great lord Bowser. They fear him, just as they should. Have green shells. Let's research red tracking shells. I also like how the United States is guaranteeing the Koopa Kingdom. It's very respectable of them. Anyways, we made some nice renovations to the castle, added some extra room for some scientists, so now we have another research slot, which is good. The artillery. Bullet Bill. I like how all the tanks are the same though, except we have the Koopa scrap tank. If the Great War tank wasn't so bad, I might just use that, but yeah, you really can't just use the Great War tank, or the Koopa scrap tank as it's called now. And now we'll start producing the red Koopa shell with our one military factory. This is kind of unfortunate. We have so little military factories, but we're gonna start expanding in the Caribbean. I guess we could do some of these focuses too, but I think we need to get to expanding as fast as possible. Anyways, I would go right for annexing places, but we kind of need a navy, considering we're an island and we don't have a navy and we don't have any dockyards, so we kind of need dockyards. So I'm going to do some of the navy focuses to get some dockyards just so we can start building like some random ships, because we're only going to be invading these random other islands who also don't have navies, so we really just need one ship. Wait a second. Faction demands? We're on a time limit to conquer Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Wait a second. Is this the thing again? Is this the Goering thing again? Oh no, we're gonna get cooed by the ultranationalists. It's gonna happen, guys. I guess we will hurry. We'll hurry, make that navy, and then conquer these places. Okay, now we're gonna force Haiti to get a new government, which is good. And Haiti made the correct decision. They became the Kingdom of Haiti, led by Jean-Baptiste, who apparently is a Bowser loyalist at heart. So that's good, we just get to annex them. Also, we're going to prepare for direct intervention in the Spanish Civil War, which sounds a lot better than whatever you usually do in HOI4, where you just send volunteers and get experience. Why waste our time selling guns when we can just directly join our Carlist friends? Oh yeah, we also formed the KOOPACT. Yeah, the Kingdom of Dominica is led by King Goomba. And by getting directly involved, it meant joining a faction with nationalist Spain. Yes, this is a good thing. Oh yes, and we have now made a very strategic alliance with Portugal, so we can just slowly have them help out in our wars. And now we have to deal with Puerto Rico. We can threaten banana embargo, which I don't know, I guess that could mess up stuff for them. Or let's stage a rebellion. We have plenty of political power, so I assume the option that costs more political power will be more likely to succeed, maybe. So we can get Puerto Rico, but it costs 300 political power and 20 stability. I don't think that's worth it. Okay, well, we're gonna forget it. And King Goomba's autonomy has come to an end. I don't really see a reason to keep him around for the most part. And we need all the factories we can get to try to dissuade people from taking over the faction. But yeah, now we can start getting involved in South America. I think there are more demands too or something, the second demands, yeah. But we have a while though until the ultranationalist coup. Paraguay is now ours. I was kind of confused why of all nations we took over them, but it's because Red Paragoomba is the leader. It makes perfect sense, yeah. Paragoomba, Paraguay. And now we have to assert our dominance over all of South America though, starting with Venezuela. We've done a pretty good job in South America so far, mostly just by intimidating people for the most part, but we still have to do a lot so the ultranationalists here don't coup. We've dealt with Venezuela, now we at least have to get Mexico and then Saudi Arabia into our faction. I guess there's probably like a mission for that, I think. Yeah, right here. So as long as we can do that and deal with Mexico within the next 690 days, we'll be fine. That seems not too difficult. We also have the great options to liberate Iceland and take over Liberia, so we'll do both of those. Kind of interesting focuses. Anyways, now we'll go down all these focuses to deal with Mexico taking over the Yucatan Peninsula, doing a lot of great stuff. Also, we need oil, which is very true. We do need oil, which I guess we seize Mexico's oil and move it to KOOPA land. That's how oil works, my friends. And Mexico wasn't very happy that we took the Yucatan Peninsula from them. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with their war of aggression on us too before we can really start consolidating things. We'll deal with South America at the same time. We have all of Spain and Portugal's divisions to help us along the way. Also, with the help of our friends in Iberia, we easily annexed and then released Mexico as a puppet so we can complete our focuses. It's kind of weird though, doing the we need oil focus that gives us all that oil in KOOPA land gives the US the event problem with Mexican oil. I hope that doesn't give them a war goal or anything against us. I'm not too worried, but it's a possibility. Anyways, it is time that we go after Brazil. They unfortunately did make a faction with everybody else in South America, but it should be fine. We'll also be able to do this focus to switch Argentina to our side. And not only will we be able to stir up trouble in Argentina, we'll be able to give Bolivia to Paraguay for free. So that's another nice side effect of this thing. This'll be extremely easy. Yeah, South America's already ours, pretty much. They can't resist. Koopa's the most powerful beings in the world. Now we'll do Good Morning Central America, where we just annex everything. And I could not tell you what is happening here. And Brazil randomly fell into a civil war too. It actually had nothing to do with us. And now with all of South America in our grasps, we are going to look for the Star Rod. Once we find it and Bowser uses it, we'll be unstoppable. For some reason, our search begins in Colorado, so we're gonna go there, I guess, and then search all of Africa, then Tibet. Oh no, this is terrible. Apparently, to get the Star Rod, you have to answer these random questions correctly. This is gonna take maybe a few attempts here. But wait, yeah, we got it. The Star Rod is ours. This is good. It has come as a shock that Bowser now has his hands on the Star Rod from the spirit world, which it can grant any wish the user desires. Experts suggest that everyone should run or join Bowser as he prepares his plans for Earth. May the Lord save us all. Yes. Well, we're gonna stop occupying Iceland because we need to prepare for the final battle against the United States. Because we have two options. We can either prepare for war, which is pretty cool. There's like this cool focus icon here, one of the best. Or we can run for the presidency. We can use the power of the Star Rod to bypass legal restrictions in order to run for the presidency. That sounds good. Then we can make every man a king, make Huey Long proud. That's really good. The run for presidency route is obviously too blessed to skip, but the war one is also interesting because you get to lift DC into the air, literally. The game is also running so terribly slowly, which makes sense, I guess, because everybody's at war. So I'm going to speed up some of the focuses just so I can actually finish it. And it's election night. It's the night everybody's been waiting for, January 25th. Oh, the winner is President-elect Bowser. Yeah. And yeah, now Bowser is officially elected president of the United States. That's great. Now we rule the US and the KOOPA Kingdom. It's like Austria-Hungary. We have two crowns. Well, a democratically elected office and a crown. Oh. The Unification Act was vetoed by Congress. Most of the American public came out on the streets to riot against Bowser's Unification Act. So we can blackmail, send airships, or order the Koopa Trolls. Oh. Too soon? Oh, and we'll just do this one. Okay, we were able to make a deal with Congress. Everything's fine. The new era is finally here. The Koopa era. There we go. All these things in Central and South America aren't cores, but all of America is now a core. Now we're not fighting a war on one throne while being at peace on the other. We're just united. And we're the strongest. Actually, we're not the strongest country in the world. Well, it's close. It's close. Yeah, Germany's definitely more powerful though right now. But not for long, because we have one last ace up our sleeve. Well, it's not really up our sleeve. Everybody knows we have the Star Rod, but we're going to use it to magically make factories, and then manpower, and then maybe even summon all our wishes. And now we will use the Star Rod to unleash its greatest power, the ultimate wish. Despite warnings from Cammy and the Crystal King, Bowser decides to use the Star Rod to achieve his end goal of summoning everything he wanted at once. He began repeating the same phrase, "I wish every wish of mine to become reality at once." He'd repeat it over and over again until it started to glow green. Wait, so something gonna happen? I guess Germany won that war, but is anything else gonna happen? Oh, never mind. It's happening now. Zen creatures invade. And the Galactic Empire is here. Thank you, Bowser, that this was a great wish. This was a good idea. Perhaps there is more than just the Abyss, Mr. Bowser. Your activities have caused a great embarrassment for my employers. Well, this is an interesting mod for sure. But memes aside, this is a really good mod. There are a lot of interesting paths, a lot of amazing focuses. Like here's some nice highlights. Proclaim the Crystal Fuhrreich. Anything for the sake of love. History is over. The revolution never sleeps. The Koopa Land Paradise. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. This is a really big focus tree, really good, funny. There's a lot of interesting stuff. It's interesting that G-Man took over. That's interesting. And I guess if you guys enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. Go check out the mod, and I'll see you all next time.